Let's see. Is this voice acted by Wander? Yep. Yeah, even the women. Chell's just here for decoration.
Hey! Well, the thing is, there was Japanese voice acting, but
yeah,
we find it's always... We're just sitting there, not doing anything. And
yeah.
It's awkward to sift through.
I was gonna fall asleep if I just had to listen to it the whole way.
Because there are an awful lot of those little scenes, too.
Yep. Cutscenes will still be in Japanese, because I'm not entirely sure if I can voice act on the fly that fast.
We haven't encountered a cutscene.
Yeah, we haven't hit a cutscene yet, so we'll have to see how it goes. Wait, you got Lumber's voice down perfectly? I haven't heard the original one. Ha! He just looks like a kind of nasally asshole.
The stout living room.
Sup, father, brother?
Oh, it's a Carl.
It's me. Alright, I can just read this in my voice. Ooh, another hard day's work. It's tough, but it's just so satisfying. Don't you agree, Ryza?
So, you've been palling around with that Valence fella's daughter, huh? You better not be a bad influence on her. Well, when's the ball? Isn't it going to be tonight? Or are you getting dressed for it? Oh, no. You're not going to the banquet. You aren't invited.
We're too low born.
Shame. Humiliation. Troublemaker. Is it really so awful to want to leave the island? It's not like I'm special or anything, but... everyone has to try and make that first step, right? Otherwise, you'll never get anywhere. Ryza? Or Ryza.
Why does that door look warped?
I think it's built that way. Ryza! Lenten Tower here. Huh?
Please excuse us. Yeah, sorry to bother you, Miss Stout. But you know, you're looking just as beautiful as ever. But how do my abs look? Ryza, we got good news.
Oh? Yeah?
Yeah, your mother said you could start calling me Daddy. Sorry,
Wait, what are you talking about? Wander! That's inappropriate.
He was the one hitting on the mother.
Oh, what?
You didn't catch that?
No, I know that he was calling her beautiful and stuff, but it progressed that fast?
She just can't say no to them abs. Hey, you're still not thinking about what that boss said, are you? Forget about that jerk. Yeah, just listen to this.
Huh? Forget it. I'm not interested in those dumb diagrams of yours right now.
Wow, you really are upset, huh? But it's got nothing to do with that. It's about Empel and Lila. Apparently they're renting a place in Old Town, and we found out where. Want to go check it out? You said you were interested in alchemy, right?
Alchemy? Yeah, that's right. Well, what are you two just standing there for? Let's go.
Wow, it doesn't take much to cheer her up, huh? Hey, it's better than her lying around in her room all depressed. Anyway, let's go after her. Yeah, if we head to Old Town from the Bowden district, their place should be on the left. So, the door is just squiggly?
Yeah.
What the hell? Who does this? That's going to bother me for the entire game.
I really think it was intentionally made that way.
It is absolutely intentional, but it's just wrong, and I wish it was more swoogly, because as it stands, it feels like my eyes are just swimming when I look at it. But it's only that one door.
See, you really just can't take a couple steps without this happening.
You mean another cutscene?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Ryza, where do you think you're going? Hi, Mom. You promised that you'd help around the farm today. Your father's waiting for you. Hurry up and get ready.
There, dear. There's no need to yell. I'm sure Ryza can hear you just fine.
Carl Stout. You spoil her too much. You know that.
I put the mild and mild-mannered.
Listen, I kind of have something important to do today. Do I really have to help out?
I'm sorry, but there's a lot to get done. For starters, I need you to get some water for the fields.
Heavy labor right off the bat? The fields will be fine for one day, won't they?
A farm is a living thing, Ryza. How much work could you get done without eating or drinking for a full day?
Okay. I get your point.
You need to start taking the farm more seriously. Now just look and listen carefully. Please pull out these weeds. The fur is starting to crumble. Can you hear those voices? The more time you spend working in the fields, the more you become part of them. Until eventually you take root and turn into a tree, just like those over there. That's Dad, that's Granddad, that's your great uncle, and that spot's for me eventually.
Oh dear.
Mia, what's up?
Don't what's up me. Didn't you notice Ryza ran off already? Why are you both like this? So unattentive.
I'm sure this is boring for a girl her age, but as long as I'm patient with her, she'll come around someday.
I don't think so. She's looking to get off the island. Don't you hear her and her friends and the scheming upstairs?
Shit,
No,
get the
really.
bear traps.
What? Bear traps?
If we cut lint off at the feet, they won't go anywhere.
Oh, but you can't possibly ruin that boy.
Foot stew for dinner tonight. Don't you dare stop me.
Whatever.
I
Sorry.
won't let that abolitionist man steal our daughter.
Oh,
Take her to foreign lands.
I don't think you have to worry about your daughter, Carl. Any case, back to the actual narrative. Sorry, Dad. I don't think that's gonna happen anytime soon.
I want to play a JRPG like this at some point, where like, you know how you level up in these games, but there's no no one ever recognizes it, really.
The fact that you leveled up?
Yeah. Like, I almost feel like that RPG mechanics should sometimes...
So you want the evolving magical tattoo that tells you that you've leveled up?
Well, kind of, yeah. But, like, not just that, like... Okay, so when you level up, let me take a look at the stats menu. What stats do they have? HP, attack, defense, speed, okay, and dexterity. So that's not particularly much. But, like, you know, in some games, your intelligence will go up. Your charm might go up. So on and so forth. I want that to actually, like, kind of reflect in the game and people react to it in a way. So, like, they go out to the forest for a day, kick a bunch of slimes around, come back significantly wealthier by old, you know, their
This
small...
is a really pretty port town.
This is a very pretty port town. But, you know, like, how much money does an average person have in this game? You know, do you think this guy here has, like... How much money do I even have? I probably don't have too much. I got 238. Now, that could be chump change, or that could be a lot. Like, in Pokemon, for example, you come back and you've got, like, legendary Pokemon and such, and everybody's like, oh, I'm so proud of you. But, like...
It doesn't feel like an insane accomplishment.
Well, yeah, like, it feels like people should be reacting a little bit more to just how nuts your adventure has been.
The Sunken Residence.
Yep, apparently.
Mm-hmm. Something that was close to the sea, but then
But, like,
was
it would
consumed by
be kind of charming if, over the course of the game, the characters actually, you know, grew notably stronger and such. Like, I guess that's kind of it. You almost never return home in a JRPG, and when you do, it's like nothing changed. And I feel like the protagonists should change. I mean, we're gonna go in this game, well, maybe not this game specifically, but like in a lot of JRPGs, you start off by kicking around some slimes, and then you end up, like, stabbing the world-eating demon lords to death. And, like, you'd think by the end of that, the protagonists...
Now, if you notice, they do have people with chat bubbles above their heads.
Yeah, but they're just random people to talk to, and you know my opinions on that.
We don't know. You can try one, just to see if they have a quest for you.
Mm-hmm.
Why don't you talk to that dude?
Did you know the ghost of a little girl appears in the cemetery every night?
See? I bet you can make it into night, and then you'll see the ghost.
Maybe. Let's see.
If you change the time of day. This reminds me of Majora's Mask.
Yeah, that's something we could actually do. Let's see. So people do actually react to your progress, but it's story related. And I feel like it should be one of those that, like, imagine if you were a small town person and, yeah, one of your neighbors went off to slay a dragon. Like, that'd be pretty big shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
So this is the place. I'm actually kind of nervous.
Hmm? How come?
It's not like you're the only one who's excited about this, Ryza.
Wow, you too, Tao? Whatever. Let's just do this. Hello?
Hmm? Oh, come on in. It's open.
Excuse us. Ooh, potions, cauldrons.
Oh, it's you three. Good timing. We just finished cleaning up. Enough to make it somewhat livable.
I'm not built for this kind of menial labor.
Wait, hold up. I'm looking at her outfit. Does she just have a strap covering the bits and everything else is just like see-through? Oh!
It could be.
Oh!
Or could be just a very tight suit underneath. It's like a Harlequin's
I don't
outfit
know.
underneath.
But I don't...
All I know is that she has weird modeling on whatever those pigtails, well, you know, the 2 strands of hair that she has tied up. There's just this odd modeling pattern. And then I don't know if that fur is something attached to her gloves or if it's a part of her, but she looks like she might be something else.
It's better than camping outdoors, wouldn't you agree? So, do you have some business with us?
Yes, please.
Yes, please! Can't do 2 at once, so you get a third voice.
We
Like
could have done it
Voltron, their voices
simultaneously.
combined into something horrifying and completely different. Lila, can you train me to fight in the way you did when you beat that monster? You said you're investigating the Clink Kingdom, right? Can you read this book?
I really want you to teach me alchemy.
Ah, well, where should I begin? I'm sorry to say, I don't have much free time, huh?
What is it, Empel?
Where did you find this book? The way his arm is sticking out is so weirdly
Well, notice
stiff.
all their arms are kind of T-posy. She looks like a Barbie doll right now.
She looks like a Barbie doll, but he's just like, I have book.
I have book.
Here you go. I present book. Please translate book.
Well,
for
he doesn't even have his
child.
He doesn't have his thumb around the other side.
No,
that's what it is.
It's just he's got gecko hands. Wait, I don't think I read that. It was in our library at home. What does that mean? You can read it? Indeed, Lila, I believe we hit our proverbial jackpot.
Interesting. You there? If you show us around this area, I suppose I could give you a few training tips.
Let's see, she has...
Does she have ears?
Oh, are those her ears?
Are those ears?
They might be ears. Maybe? I don't know.
But they don't really have the hair strands going on with them, and there's an earring on the left one? Or her right one. It's her right, but
okay,
our left.
I'm now that we have another angle,
She might be a bunny person.
She might be, but I now that we have another angle, I'm further perplexed by this suit of hers.
I think she's wearing a very super skin tight thing that shouldn't exist because you wouldn't have it going between.
Yeah, it's custom fitted to cup the boobs perfectly.
Mm-hmm.
And fit between the gaps and everything. Ew.
But those look like ears in the back.
Yeah.
Look at the way they're waggling.
Really? Awesome. Sure, I'll do whatever you want. As for you, young lady.
Hmm?
Get out of my house. You're interested in alchemy, yes, but that's not something one learns in a single day.
I don't mind. I'll do whatever it takes.
Are you sure? Like any other skill, alchemy. Oh, your innate aptitude is the most important factor. Simply put, no matter how hard you try, if you don't have some amount of natural talent, it's pointless.
Seriously?
If you do have the talent, however, it should be quite easy. I'll determine if you have such a talent.
So, you're gonna teach me?
Well, perhaps, but only if you show talent. To be honest, it would be to my benefit as well.
Hmm?
I suppose we should start with the basics. Essentially, alchemy allows us to create something from nothing.
Hmm?
Tao, do you have any idea what he's talking about? Beats me. I don't really care about alchemy. I just want him to translate my book. I suppose it's hard to truly grasp the concept simply by hearing it explained theoretically.
So, just have her do a synthesis. I get the impression that she's the type who learns better by doing.
I agree. Either way, I'll have to assess her aptitude. So, young lady, what is your name?
Ryzelyn! Ryzelyn Stout. Oh, but you can call me Ryza.
Well then, Ryza, your first task is to gather materials. They can be found in the forest near your port.
Near the port? You mean Fairystone Forest? All right.
Gather some nameless grass. Alchemy is all about gathering and synthesizing. You'll start with the former.
All right. Then that's what I'm gonna do.
You're only going to the nearby forest. No need to get so excited.
But this is a really important first step for me.
Yes, I almost forgot about you, weird cheapos child. I'd like to speak with you a moment. He still has his hand up with the book. I present book. Here is book.
Okay, big guy. You and I have some business to take care of.
I have some business with your abs. My abs are ready. What do you got for me? Right then, go and gather some nameless grass.
They all repositioned themselves. It was kind of weird.
Even a common pot can be used as an alchemy cauldron in a pinch, but it'd be better if you had the tools to make sure you can heat it up slowly.
Empel bought so much candy again. He's the last person you'd expect to have a sweet tooth.
Now that we have an even closer look, I am less happy with this outfit. Okay, so criticism number one. That is absolutely just like a skin-tight, possibly somewhat see-through suit. That is a crotch strap with tasteless shading. Ugh.
Uh-oh. Boss and his goon again.
Still shamelessly showing your faces in public, I see. Ha! Where are you off to now? Hunting the dragon in the old castle? Summoning the draining demon?
We're going to Fairystone Forest.
Huh. Limiting your adventures to the local neighborhood, huh? Guess you learned your lesson. Of course, that forest is right next to the port. Pretty useless adventures, if that's the best you can do.
Whatever. Keep talking. We've got more important things to do than listen to you. Let's go.
Yeah. See you later. You're welcome to deal with any dragons or demons you run into. Huh. What's up with them? They're taking this stuff way too seriously, don't you think, boss? I'm actually quite jealous. I wish I had real friends instead of your weird face. Guideboard. Guideboard scattered across the land, which lets you warp to notable locations. All fast travel. Oh, fast travel.
Woohoo!
There's a lot here. Burr? Maybe Kirk and... Ah,
Yeah,
there we go.
The Fairy Stone Forest.
What?
The forest is in the other direction. Probably out past that light.
It's this way.
Or that way, yes.
I just... what? Hey? Her?
That's fine.
Okay.
And there's so many conversations to have. Do you see how they're all marked on the
Yeah,
map?
but it's the people with the exclamation marks that actually have the quests.
Mm-hmm. Caught Shane. See what I mean?
We've come here to play probably 1,000 times, but it feels so different coming here with a purpose.
Let's play Spot the Collectible.
Oh, that bush
the
over
bushes
there?
are flashing. That's true. Do you remember what you have to gather?
Hey, are you making fun of me?
Well, you do have a habit of rushing into situations without really thinking. Am I wrong, Tao? I guess not. Anyway, everything seems fine here. I need to go check on something for Empel. And I need to get ready to train with Lila. This area is pretty safe. I think you'll be fine on your own, won't you?
Wow, you two are so motivated.
Anyway, good luck.
Okay, time to get gathering.
Shouldn't be hard to spot at all.
Gathering. Find synthesis materials lying around in the field. Gathering is the act of picking these up. Okay, so press A to pick them up or X to swing at them. See something shining in the environment, approach it and press A to gather it. A won't work on everything. Press X to take a swing at it instead. Press and hold X for a charge swing. It'll let you potentially gather multiple materials at once.
Also, the same gathering spot may provide different items if you have special gathering items equipped. Try out lots of different things at each location and see what kind of stuff you can find.
I'm going to beat the bush.
Swing. You got nameless grass. Isn't that rather odd, though? Most things have a name, so to have something called the nameless grass, that in itself becomes a name. I know.
Okay, that should be enough. I hope. Time to head back and check up with Empel.
So, how was your first gathering experience?
Really fun. I never noticed how much neat stuff there was hiding in the forest.
Neat stuff, huh? Interesting. If that's your reaction, if that's what your reaction was, then perhaps...
What is it?
Get out of my house.
Wait, all you need to be... the only talent you really need to have is just enthusiasm to be an alchemist?
Your
is that what it
youthful
is?
enthusiasm offends me. Out. Oh, nothing. I'm just glad to see you are so excited. Now then, let's assess your alchemy potential. To begin, please observe what I'm about to do. Chuck grass in pot. That's it. That's all you need to do. Alchemy is surprisingly simple. Turns out all you need to do is just chuck things in a pot, and then woogle your fingers at it. Everybody will believe you're a magician. I'm a fraud and a charlatan. Here, I'm gonna put your cable underneath my legs, because I keep pulling it out.
Okay, that's good.
Okay. Okay. What we've got here is one of the most basic forms of alchemy, the recipe for green supplement. Alchemy allows you to create something from nothing, but if you don't follow the proper steps, you're doomed to fail. So watch carefully and make sure that this doesn't happen. See the collection of materials you'll need to toss in the cauldron? This is known as the material loop. Alchemy is all about adding the right items to the material loop in order to create whatever you desire. First, we'll add the nameless grass, which you gathered earlier, into the material loop. I'm sure this is obvious, but you need to possess the necessary materials before you begin synthesizing. If you find anything that's useful for alchemy, make sure you gather plenty of it. But I digress. Let's toss in the nameless grass. Did you notice the change in the material loop when you added the nameless grass? Let's try adding another nameless grass.
No.
Did you see that? By adding a second nameless grass, a new material loop connected and unlocked its hidden power. Of course, that doesn't mean you should just add a bunch of strong materials at random. You have to consider how a material might connect to the material loop, and add the appropriate ones. This would probably go faster if you did it yourself. I prepared some water for you to use with the connected material loop. Most recipes will tell you exactly how many of each material you'll need for synthesis. Green supplement requires at least 3 materials in total, so adding the nameless grass and the water did the trick. Finally, you need to mix the cauldron to begin the actual synthesis. So this guy just chucked 3 blades of grass and then a bucket of water in. And then just stirs it vigorously and you get grass juice.
Green supplement. Which, is that for health? Is it for stamina? Who knows what it's for?
Hair. How do you think I keep this hair in such pristine condition? Nothing but grass liquid. I've been experimenting with milking grass lately, but it hasn't worked out so much. To create this neutralizer, all you need is nameless grass and water. Now you try.
What? Right now? But I only watched you do it the one time.
Make the damn grass juice. This is simple enough. You should be able to do it just by copying what I did. If you've got the talent. If you don't, get out.
Then in that case... Okay. Time to take my first big step.
Okay.
Okay, so then we just add the 2 blades of grass?
Yep.
Ooh, wait. Lightning, ice, fire, and wind.
I'm just not reading this out loud because, tutorials. I'm paying attention to said tutorial, but still. Okay, so nameless grass with a wind element increases the material loop's element value by 1. Increasing the element value can unlock extra benefits like new item effects and higher quality. Also, some material loops require certain elements and elemental values. Once you get used to synthesizing, you should keep an eye out for conditions.
No,
I'll let you go to bed.
Yeah.
Now then, go ahead and toss in another nameless grass and see if you can connect the material loop. The material loop has a high enough wind value, so you've unlocked synthesis quality +5. And the neighboring material loop. Synthesis quality +5 will increase the quality of the final synthesized item. Higher an item's quality, the stronger its attack or healing amount. Try to get the highest quality you can. Finally, let's add some clean water to the connected material loop. I see, so you can see the numbers required to put in. And... okay.
I was hoping that we could make something even more potent than his and show off. But oh well. We got some green supplements.
I don't trust her. She doesn't look safe. She's like, I made purple drank. You want to drink it? It tastes like the cosmos itself.
That is a very pretty purple potion.
It is.
So, how did I do?
I'd say I hit another jackpot. Or rather, this is the real jackpot.
So you're saying...
You've got the talent. You can become an alchemist. Or rather, you already are. A beginner, at least.
Yay! I can't wait to get started. Teacher.
Unfortunately, I can't be your teacher. I'm all but useless these days. Grass juice is about where I stop. That and bombs.
I almost feel like
I specialize in arson and destroying buildings.
that...
Your town is doomed.
I almost felt like the end of that would have been better off with, like, the sensei.
Hmm.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
Because we don't really say something, something, something.
Master!
Teacher.
Oh, God.
What?
I'm just remembering the Sword Art Online Fatal
Sword Art,
Bullet game with the creepy-ass mini-me that was always calling me Master.
Mm-hmm.
There was something magically stupid about that.
Huh? What do you mean?
I injured my arm. I can do basic synthesis, but anything requiring delicate technique is beyond me.
But I assumed you were going to teach me all kinds of stuff. Oh, I'm not concerned about your arm at all.
What?
I am a selfish little village girl. Ooh, boy. Don't get discouraged. Anyone with talent can experiment and create recipes all on their own.
Really?
Really. For now, seek experience, practice synthesizing, and soon you'll discover your very own style of alchemy.
My own style of alchemy.
Well, and I can still advise you, if not teach you. Feel free to seek my help, and no need to be so formal with me.
Yes, sir. I understand. I mean, you got it. I will learn everything I can from you, Empel.
Sorry, I didn't mean to have that awkward pause.
Learn everything I can from you, Empel.
Oh, here, let me give you this book. It contains the alchemy fundamentals, as well as a few basic recipes.
I can have this? Thank you so much.
My pleasure. I have no use for it myself. Anyway, try everything you can and get used to synthesizing. Once you can do all these recipes, you might be able to use other books as inspiration to create your own.
I can create my own recipes.
And not just from alchemy books. To view all things as an alchemist, start training your imagination. Change your perspective, and even ordinary things can inspire you. That's what alchemy is all about. I imagine at least 1 or 2 stores on this island must sell books, right?
Yeah, of course. Fresher's General Store and the Bowden's District has a few for sure.
Go pick up whatever you can afford and start flipping through them.
Okay, I will. And I'll try looking through whatever books we have at home, too.
Okay, yeah, we're good to go.
You're not gonna talk with the others and see how their training is doing,
I
or
don't think they were in there. Oh, somebody pointed out. We should look at her a bit.
does she have claws? Like, am I right about her being a beast lady?
Well, it's hard to tell, because...
Are they part of her gauntlets?
Yeah.
Or are they
She has
hands?
claws, but, like, I think that's just part of her gauntlets.
But at the same time, it looks like she has ears. And she has the weird modeling on her hair.
Yeah. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Wander, stop gawking.
I just have to call attention to the fact that, like, that is some wildly unreasonable proportions there.
Unfortunately, I think the main character is fairly busty, too.
I mean, kinda, but I've met women with busts like this.
Mm-hmm.
Like, one of your roommates in college was kind of this busty, proportionally.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, it at least was kind of okay.
Most of the girls that I know that had something larger than this character and more in line with what the other character, Lila, has, a lot of them have gotten breast reductions or at least talked about it.
Yeah.
Because it's really damaging to your back.
Yeah.
And just having all that extra weight, having it flop all around, and I don't know.
My first dessert. Gherkin fashion. Noble tunic. Gherkin sweats. Nardy ring. Nardy ring. Ah.
Energy pendants.
Yeah.
First dessert.
Oh, not enough money? What can I sell?
You have a lot of potions.
Yeah, they don't sell for much, though. I could sell all of them, but I'll leave it.
So what did you learn
Eat
from
the
the book?
books! Consume its knowledge! Container? Beginner book. Submenu. Oh. No way to consume book. Okay.
So do you just have to keep those in your inventory to know the recipes
I
to
guess
them?
so.
Or what's the deal?
I don't know. But no, I know there's this, like, kind of constant back and forth about, like... Oh, can I just... Oh, I can just gather water.
Clean water. There you go. That is immensely clean.
I'm just
it's
imagining
because
she's just sticking her hand...
this canalway, they actually took the time to make everything into cobbles. There's not even any silt or dirt left in it.
Yeah, it is pristine. It looks like there might be some, like, moss growing down there, but that's okay.
I wonder if you have a weight limit.
I kind of hope not, because otherwise...
Well, you do have an inventory limit.
It says 4961. Yeah. So I have a weight limit. It's just 5,000. Also, I might just be able to scale that up. By saying, like, hacks.
Now, your parents seem to say that you had some alchemy books at your house, too. Though remember, Father Carl might put you to work. Before I can start doing alchemy, I have to get a cauldron. So, where do I get a cauldron? Oh, yeah. What my mom always uses to make dinner. Of course. Here we go. I can use this. It's just sitting here going to waste anyway. Unless it's just like a family heirloom.
How did she get that upstairs?
Oop. I'm going to become a witch, and no one's going to stop me.
Yo, we're here. What did you want?
Lent, Tau, welcome to my... How are we going to pronounce this? It was...
Atelier. Eight liar.
Because someone said it was Atelier?
Atelier?
Atelier? Atelier? Atelier? Atelier. I always said atelier, but... Or
Here.
atelier.
I got it.
But it could be atelier. Atelier?
Google. How Atel.
There's so many ways one could pronounce it.
Wait a second.
It could be atelier. Atelier?
Yep, I was right. Atelier.
Atelier! Woohoo! Now we know. Welcome to my atelier.
Huh? Your what? Whoa! What's with that huge pot? Why is there the universe inside of it?
Empel taught me the first steps I need to take if I want to become an alchemist.
And this pot has something to do with that. Where'd you find this thing anyway?
I was just rotting downstairs. It's not a pot. Well, I guess it is. But now it's an alchemy cauldron. Every alchemist needs one.
Okay. And you called this place an atelier. What the heck is that?
It's basically an alchemy lab. From now on, I'll be synthesizing stuff here all the time.
I'm switching to poof. I see. So basically, you're an alchemist now.
Jeez. Why are you two acting so blasé? I thought that...
Oop, sorry. I bumped that. There you go.
I thought you'd be way more, I don't know, impressed or something.
We're kind of busy doing our own thing, you know? We don't have room in our brains to get excited for you. Wow.
Really?
Yeah, Apple's already started teaching me the basics. I need to read my book.
So you both figured out what you want to do, huh? I have to make sure I don't fall behind. All right. Time to start looking through that book Empel gave me. I'm gonna make every last recipe. Let's see. I should be able to find all these materials around here. Time to get to work.
Party quests. Since Ryza and her friends are so motivated, they can take on party quests. These are events which the party will unlock unique goals as the game progresses. The goals will be listed in the quest menu as they're unlocked, so you can review them at any time. When you complete a goal, this will be reflected in the quest menu.
Oh, I like the little chibi heads that they have.
Yep. Yeah, I saw them earlier in the equipment menu. Okay, sitting in the poof and trying to record is not so good. We'd have to move the couch. Okay. Completing these quests will show just how much stronger your friends have grown.
Taking the first step, 2, updated.
Cursing mother.
Read my first dessert. Learning how to make flour. Learned how to make honey.
How do these people cook before alchemy? What do they do? Do they just, like, catch fish and eat fish? Just, like, direct? No cooking? A beginner's book. Explosive uni. Grass beans. Bomb. These are really concerning things to just give to a random teen.
Red supplement, blue supplement,
Yellow supplement.
The revolution is not far away now.
Well, why don't you make everything from the book?
I don't know if I can. Yeah. Okay,
No.
so we can auto-add materials. Okay. Select all.
Yeah, gunpowder and fuel.
These are kind of concerning things.
Scrap paper, a whole bunch of things. Oh, those flowers can be gathered.
Yep.
Sunny honey flower, northern wind flower, and health flower.
I wonder if there's a gathered resource multiplier. I know people usually jump on me for hacks, but if I could gather slightly more than usual, that would probably save me an exceedingly large amount of time.
Mm-hmm. But at the moment, it looks like you just have a bunch of flowers around here.
Yep. Well, it'll be useful for something. I can't hop down that.
Huh.
That's annoying. Hop down
That one
some
you
of these
could.
things.
Oh, fresh berries.
Smack tree.
Uni. They look like lychee.
I'm starting to pick up more individual words in my books. It seems like our library is a real treasure trove.
Well, it could be the ancient language with the ancient
Of
ruins.
the old gods.
Ooh, is that a honeycomb?
Looks like it, yep.
Oh,
And
honey
honey
ants.
That's got a big old juicy bottom.
They're real, you know.
Yep.
They're very pretty. And I think when they're not full, those black spots on the back of their abdomen are actually just parts of their chitinous shell.
Seems fragile. If you ask me.
Very. I just wonder if they can pop.
Probably.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be pretty horrifying. Just have your back sack pop and then just... Like, what do you do? Die, I guess.
Die.
Eesh.
I don't really know if... A lot of animals have the capacity to mend themselves, but I don't know if I've ever read of an insect doing so.
I know insects kind of
They
heal.
can grow back limbs, right?
Can they?
Some can.
Really? Huh? Just busted up some barrels.
Soft sand and paper.
I was kind of expecting I'd be able to, like, break and gather some things. But it's just, like, miscellaneous barrels sitting around in
I
town.
still want you to see if there's the ghost at night.
I don't know where all the good gather spots are. It doesn't look like there's a whole lot of good ones out here. In the center of town.
You think they'd be in the forest?
Yeah, but, like, we just busted up some barrels and got some goodies. The cockroaches can regenerate limbs. Horrifying.
And I thought that Daddy Longlegs could. They're a spider, though.
Oh. I can fish?
Fish? No.
I cannot fish. The fish
Oh, that's
is
your
locked.
friend.
Oh, it's... But Dad got himself drunk again. I don't want to go home till he's passed out.
Aww. Probably comes from, well, his father's an alcoholic.
Can I sleep with your mom? I mean, at your mom's again?
Carl! Ooh,
There we go.
those sacks are full of
Right.
something.
Dried lumber. Why? Why is there dried lumber in there?
Phosphorate.
Like, we are definitely stealing people's products and stuff.
I mean, they might not care about dried lumber. It might be wood chips.
Maybe. Seems mildly suspect to me. Like, that was somebody's, probably.
That was someone's crate. Yep.
I gather from these. Your foot is very warm. Please move.
Oh. Okay.
You were sitting there with, like, long sleeve shirt on, long pajama pants on, and a blanket.
I
and
just
you're
like the feeling of having a blanket on me.
Yeah, I understand that feeling. But I've long since accepted that it is not in the cards for me ever. Except for, like, right before I go to bed. I just do not have the heat tolerance that you do.
Mm-hmm. More paper. And wheat.
Yeah, so this kind of thing is probably going to take a while. I'm probably going to do most of my gathering off camera. For a number of these things. Or, I don't really know. This is why I was kind of like, it'd be nice if I could just, like, gather twice as much. Because I wouldn't have to do this as much. One needs to see barrel. Oh, do you get barrels from barrels in this game? That's a thing?
Ooh, anything in that clam?
Muru.
Muru.
Which looks to be another completely separate creature.
I mean, that might go into cooking for food as opposed
Probably.
to the alchemy.
Okay, so increasing gather amounts is the thing you can do. In-game or with hacks? Because I'm... Okay, in-game. Cool. I guess that'll help. Ah, quality of your tool. I just did...
Shell crab. How do you get a crab out of that one?
I just did a considerable amount of just, like, miscellaneous gathering and, like, mining and stuff in World of Warcraft when I was younger. And, like... I don't know, I guess it's this weird feeling of, like, I've already done the time with this kind of grinding.
Playing Guild Wars, we would do that, too.
Yeah. The appeal...
Well, how else would you rather acquire the... I thought the whole point was so that you feel like you're accomplishing something even though you're not just outright purchasing it from vendors.
I think I'd prefer a...
It feels free if you're the one gathering it.
I think I prefer it when it's like, you're almost managing, like, other people getting the resources for you. So you set up the supply chain and then you watch it go. Factorio is a good example of how to do it relatively well. Because in Factorio, yeah, sure, it's kind of hands-off after a certain point. But the setting up of the system is very hands-on and feels very good. Say I grinded in one game, so I don't need to grind in any other game. Yeah, kinda. It's kind of like, the more I grind in games, the less I like doing it in all games. So sure, it feels a little silly, but at the same time, it's just kind of like, you just get sick of it after a while. And maybe some people don't, but like, for me, there's just a billion other things that I'd rather be doing than, you know, just sitting around grinding. But what about Warframe? It depends. Like, it depends what the grinding is. Because currently I'm just wandering around looking for shinies. And, like, the appeal of that's going to wear off once I have to start revisiting areas repeatedly. Just to get the same materials over again. Because, like, at that point, I'm not super interested in just walking back through that beach, grabbing all of the crabs available. Here, right now, it's not so bad because, yeah, I haven't been here before, so it's kind of fun to look around and just grab everything. And who knows, maybe some of these are going to be relevant and important. But yeah, what about Warframe? There's kind of a reason why I haven't been playing a whole lot of Warframe lately. I like the game a lot, but it's kind of one of those where, like, after a certain point, yeah, you just kind of start checking out a little bit too hard. And so I know they did some neat things with the Kuvaliches, at least from what I've heard.
Kuvaliches? What are those?
They took the Shadow of Mordor system, where, like, you have a special enemy, and that is, like, your nemesis, which is, like, a neat idea. I don't know how the execution is, but it's just one of those where, like, it's hard for me to want to, like, sit down and put in the time and effort. Because generally with a lot of MMOs, you have to put, like, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, 100 hours in just trying to get, like, a thing. And that kind of sucks a little bit. Okay, dead end, not interested. Got it.
Sorry, I've been dozing off.
This is not interesting mode.
That and it's probably late. I wonder what nightfall is around this game, because I would like to see if there is a ghost in the cemetery.
See, is this our first Atelier game? It is, yes.
Oh, so this is one of a series.
Yeah, I think there's like 18 of them or something.
Do they all start off with different
like
characters, but probably have a similar combat system and world?
Yeah, so there are a number of them that are part of the same series. Oh. These are not ours. We do not have permission to get them. Whatever's in the restraint silk. It's called a net? There's an average of 3 Atelier games per year.
Whoa.
What?
That's insane.
Last one I heard about was like a couple years ago. God, I haven't been paying attention. It was actually the first game Koei Tecmo ever offered me, but it was the third one in the previous series that I knew of at the very least. So
some of them do have a continuous continuity in story and characters?
I believe so, yeah.
Because this just seems like the start.
This is standalone, from what I know.
Mm-hmm.
Dear, that weird girl's going around again. Hitting all of our bushes. Just don't mind her. Dear, that was my flowers. Just shh. It's fine.
They blame it on the goat. It wasn't a random girl collecting herbs for her concoctions. It's your goat. He devoured the flowers. Meh.
Let's see. Is the gathering happening with gameplay, or is the gathering just gathering? Apparently it's just gathering. since we have nothing, I figured I'd spend some time, explore the area, see... I don't even know where any of these places are. I kind of wish we hadn't unlocked these locations until we'd walked here. Because I have no idea how to get back without the use of the sign.
Mm-hmm.
And I will admit everything does look quite lovely. But no, I would have almost preferred it if we had, like, seeds or something. And we had to do, like, low-key Stardew Valley kind of farming. For at least a number of the, you know, nameless grass, for example. But I'm sure we'll have so much... we can just press so much nameless... Or, we'll have so much nameless grass by the end of this that it just won't matter.
Mm-hmm. I'm at that point where I slightly fall asleep, but then I'm dreaming up answers to questions that I think you're presenting me with, but then I realize that they have nothing to do with the current topic that you're talking about.
That's fine. I'm just kind of on autopilot. We should probably just kind of accept that we're not going to do anything interesting tonight. And just go back to the house for a bit and see what we can make. That's convenient.
Yeah.
That's... Wow, no loading screen.
Whoa,
That's impressive.
wait. Can I maybe a good look at her room?
Yeah.
So she's already set up a bunch of tables and trays and...
Well, there's a reason why they didn't show us the room much earlier, because this is already set up.
Oh.
Oh god, she took one of the slimes and crystallized it and put it on her shelf.
Is it really crystallized, or is it like a plush or
It's like
something
a
else?
plush, but I'm just imagining she just, like, put the solidifying agent in it and just kept it around. It's still there, it's sentient.
Ugh.
It can't move. Okay, so we can make an explosive uni. If the ingredients have any traits, you can transfer those traits to the synthesized items. You can transfer up to 3 traits, but first you need to unlock the required trait slots. As you level up the trait slot unlock material loop, the more trait slots will unlock. Be sure to level those up as you find them. Furthermore, some traits can be combined with themselves to level them up during synthesis. Trait levels will also increase with your alchemy level. The higher the level, the more powerful and effective they'll become. Repeating synergies will lead to more powerful traits, so pursue the strongest item possible. Explosive uni. It looks like a gross, spiky bag.
Ah, ew.
That pose.
All right. It looks like I was able to finish the items. But what exactly did I make anyway? Temple gave me the recipe, so I guess I should ask him. Empel! I was able to make the items in that recipe book.
Oh, already. Very impressive.
It's kind of weird to ask after I already made them, but what did I make?
They're just a couple of items I'm sure will come in useful during your adventure. There are all kinds of different medicine to keep you safe and bombs to take out enemies.
Oh, was that where that strange explosion came from when you saved us?
Indeed, it was an alchemy-based bomb. That alone will make your travels much safer.
Wow, really? So all I have to do to wait, yeah, that's right. So all I have to do to succeed is toss a bunch of bombs around?
Well, it's not quite that simple, but why don't I just give you this?
Ooh, that looks like a fancy pendant.
What is it?
It's called a core crystal. Normally if you use medicine or bombs, they disappear, right?
Huh, I mean, yeah. Isn't that just common sense?
Okay, well try putting one of those items you made inside the core crystal. Now attach the crystal to your weapon. When you use it, you'll unleash the power of the crystal.
And what happens when you do that?
You'll trigger the item's effect, and you can do it again and again without consuming the item.
Ooh, I could imagine you putting the explosive...
Bomb stick!
The bomb
on a stick!
stick!
The explosive smacky stick!
What? That sounds like some kind of impossible magic.
Perhaps, but I assure you it's quite possible. Such is the power of this ancient artifact.
Ancient artifact.
Just think of it as a very old alchemy item. Anyway, you can use it to keep from losing the item.
Are you sure you want me to have it?
It's fine. It's actually one of the more common ancient artifacts. This one's an extra I had lying around.
Oh, well, thank you. I'll put it to good use.
Core items. Insert an item into a core crystal in order to turn it into a core item. This item will consume core charges and will not be used up itself. If you run out of core charges, you won't be able to use it, so timing is key. You can attach an item through the equipment menu. The number of items you can attach depends on the weapon type, so pay attention to that. Also, you can't attach an item if its level's higher than the character's dexterity. Think carefully about which item you'd like to give to which ally. Also remember that healing items can be used from the basket. If you use an item from the basket, this will still use a core charge, so pay attention to that. Converting items. If you run out of core charges, you can't use that item anymore, but convert will let you restore charges. The converted item will be disabled, but in exchange, it will refill your core charges. Higher item level, the faster it will be converted. The item you disable will be usable again once you return to your home base. You can also convert directly through the basket menu. If you're running low on core charges, use convert before jumping back into battle. Okay,
So you're making the little bomb stick?
Yeah, well, I think we already have that. Then there's the supplements. Can't make that. We need crimson ore. And flour. Oh, insufficient alchemy level. Well, I can make grass beans.
You don't really have salvaging or anything, do you?
Nope, it's fine. I'm just gonna make whatever. So grass beans is a healing item. Gotcha. I'm just gonna level alchemy, I guess.
Ooh, another book? Hey, this one has the 4 stones around it.
Whoa, what's with this book? It's huge. Empel asked me to look through our library and try and find a book with certain words on the cover.
Oh, yeah. So what does it say?
Who knows?
You mean, you don't?
Apparently it's a dictionary for the language used in the ancient texts. He told me to start studying it. What's the point of looking through a dictionary in a language you don't know? I've been taking notes on common character strings. He was impressed with me doing such tiresome research.
That's true. I noticed that you've been writing all the time lately, and I'm glad that your work is paying off.
Well, it hasn't paid off quite yet. That all depends on how I do from here on out. Still, it sounds like you're pretty motivated.
Which is great, but can't you do that at home? And what are you even doing here, Lent? This is my atelier.
My parents don't like me doing this at home. They keep nagging me. Plus, this is just where we hang out. You can call it whatever you want. It doesn't change that fact.
Well, I guess some things don't change even when you become an alchemist. Fine. Do whatever you want. But I need to start synthesizing.
You could do that. Or we could head back to the mainland. I want to try out some of Lila's tips she taught me. If we all get better at fighting, that makes it easier for you to gather materials, too.
I guess that's true.
Did you already forget what happened last time we were there? I don't want to do any more scary stuff. To the mainland! Just you wait, monsters, and you're next, boss.
Alright, well, I guess I don't mind heading to the mainland again.
Action orders. You can now give action orders, which allow you to execute cooperative actions with your teammates. During the battle, inactive members may sometimes give a cue for an action order. Each member has their own unique action orders, so make sure you use them well to find success. When an action order appears, you only have a limited amount of time to execute it, so don't wait around forever. You should always try to execute an action order when the opportunity presents itself, but be aware, you can initiate an action simply by using normal attacks. Quick actions. Right trigger will consume 10 AP and unleash a quick action. This will make it your turn immediately and allow you to use skills or items. If you're in danger or need that final push to finish a fight, try to make use of your quick action.
Mm-hmm. That sounds good.
It is time.
Yeah, I think we're tired. It's almost midnight. I'm falling asleep.
We both are. Oh, no. There is save management. This is good. Just in case.
Yep, and it makes me wonder what the villains will really be. I know that the mayor was posited as one. Like, what's the direction
Yeah,
of
there's
the
not
game?
much of a plot. They just kind of established how things work. I'm okay with it. It seems like a very slow JRPG, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. I like it. I do wish that they had... We spent 2 hours playing this.
Okay.
And I think we
felt
got
like
to
we
fight
just got to
maybe
the end of
10
the
creatures.
tutorial.
Brevity is the soul of wit, and I always find that these things have a little bit of early game bloat, which is a bit of a shame. I'm looking forward to maybe getting further in. Like, this was more interesting than I thought it was going to be, so I wouldn't mind doing a second session. But, like, I do wish that they condensed some of this stuff down into the first hour